Hello, we are Marketing Solutions Are Us, and we are presenting on PopCorners. I'm Alyssa Pierce.
I'm Courtney Boyle.
I'm Caroline.
So first, we'll just start with a project overview, a little bit about what we're going to be talking about. We have an analysis of Frito-Lay's PopCorners, which will include a situational analysis, a creative brief, a media plan, and then we'll talk about our plan that we want to initiate with them. So first, here's just a little snippet about PopCorners from our initial meeting with our clients. And it's just got a little bit about the target market, the SWOT analysis, the budget and time frame, and the actual problems that they want to solve.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I was the group leader for our situational analysis, which I will walk you through today. So we based our primary competition on the fact that they have a similar popcorn-based product and health-focused target audience like PopCorners. The first competition is Pop Chips. It's an independent brand of popcorn chips which emphasizes the use of air popping. They've utilized social media influencers like Ashton Kutcher as part of their marketing strategy. Their advantages are that they are vegan and vegetarian, gluten-free, kosher, non-GMO, and their disadvantages are lack of widespread brand awareness. Skinny Pop is a Hershey Company brand of pre-popped popcorn that highlights its simple, clean ingredients to make it a tasty, guilt-free snack. Its advantages are non-GMO, kosher, gluten-free, no artificial preservatives, peanuts, soy, and tree nuts. Its disadvantages are the lack of source and manufacturing transparency. Angie's Boom Chicka Pop is a Conagra brand of pre-popped popcorn that highlights its use of whole grain to make it an everyday guilt-free, healthy alternative. Its advantages also include being gluten-free, non-GMO, vegan, kosher, having no artificial preservatives, cholesterol-free options, and a variety of flavors. Its disadvantages are its high calorie count, higher priced than competing snacks. And the last one is Smart Food, which is also under PepsiCo. It's another brand of pre-popped popcorn, which markets itself as a healthier and delicious alternative. Its advantages are no artificial flavors or preservative, 0 grams of trans fat, and a variety of flavors. But it's not kosher. It contains gluten and contains the highest calorie count of all the competition shown. Okay, so under customers, collabs, and climate, customers are generally satisfied with the current product of PopCorners. Through Amazon and Walmart reviews, we got a report that 85 to 87% satisfactory rating, saying that their happiness comes from the product being all natural and GMO free, and it also satisfies cravings for other less healthy snack choices. PopCorners started under the Better For You brand, and they farmed from non-GMO family-owned farms, and can be purchased from local grocery stores and online. So the healthy snack market is the snack industry is oversaturated with unhealthy foods. And so it seems that consumers have progressively turned to a preference for healthier alternatives. And the oversaturation of unhealthy foods has led to a dishonest relationship with snack companies. So healthy options must be presented with 100% transparency because of food regulation laws. So our SWOT analysis for PopCorners sees its strengths as it has responsible sourcing and manufacturing. It's very transparent in its supply chain process, and it has a variety of flavors and chip options with additional healthy snack options in Flex and Flourish. Its weaknesses are poor social media management, an outdated website, and the product does not look healthy because it comes in the form of a chip. Opportunities include the health conscious market, brand awareness. We can launch new products like PopCorners and Nacho chips to break away from unhealthy snack stigma, and social media to reach out to younger generations. Threats include the global pandemic interrupting supply chains and manufacturing operations, and the potential for extreme weather to damage crops, particularly in winter.
Hi. So I was a leader for the creative brief portion, so I'll cover the information in this. First, we'll start with a little bit of background information. So in the beginning of our research, we did identify some current obstacles that we felt we could identify, tackle, and get rid of. One of which being the association with unhealthy snacks, like we just talked about. So because PopCorners is under Frito-Lay and has Doritos, Fritos, Ruffles, Lay's Classic, you name it. The problem that they're facing with distinguishing PopCorners from everything else has been a serious problem, and it's even kind of reached out into different aspects such as social media. We see a limited social media reach as far as low engagement rate on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which is unusual because they do have a following on Instagram of, I believe, almost 32,000 followers. And I'll show you guys after this, there's a picture we have where you can see, for instance, on Thanksgiving, they had a post, PopCorners did, and it didn't have that many likes and comments on it. And it just kind of speaks numbers as to how difficult it is for them to promote it. Additionally, there's an issue with product availability. If you go to PopCorners website, you can see all the wonderful flavors they have, but you can also see right at the beginning, they all have a sold out label on them. So oftentimes it might be hard for people to find the different things like Flex and Flourish in store as well. You might have to go online to find it depending on where you are. We also included a product analysis. So the chips themselves are labeled as protein packs, non-GMO, and plant-based. That's awesome. It says so on the bag. The pricing is also listed at $1.78 to $3.49. So it's initially the same price as other Frito-Lay options. And the goal behind this is to essentially put in the minds of consumers that they're making a cost-effective, healthy decision. However, it often does just promote the idea that there is no differentiation between PopCorners and other chips because they're the same price. So people don't really think, if I'm paying the same price for a better chip, I must be just getting the same kind of snack. We also identified that they use an omni-channel distribution method because you can buy the chips in store and online. So here are those pictures that I was talking about. This is a screenshot from their Instagram, and then this is a screenshot on the other side. You can't really tell where I'm pointing, from their website. So we've also included a lot of their IMC goals. So currently we see that PopCorners employs media strategies with goals of effective association and transformative consumption experiences. Now, how they do this is by using feel-good ads and, of course, transformational ads. The feel-good ads are usually rooted in like image ads in which the chip is the main focus, like the bag is the main focus with happy, bright colors, or pictures like the one that you see on this screen in which a group of people are nice, having fun, and it's because they have PopCorners. As far as transformational ads, we see them take it into a direction in which they're suggesting that you're going to have a healthier lifestyle and a happier mindset if you make the right decision and purchase PopCorners. So for our media strategies, we really aim to strengthen both of these goals through a combination of feel-good ads, transformational ads, and humor ads. We want to keep that same concept, but just build on it a little bit because we want to give consumers a feeling of transformation in a meaningful way that still appeals to their senses of humor online and through television. Now, this section here also is just a little brief bit of information about the target audience and the message they're using to reach that audience. We will go into more detail about it in the media plan, but For now, we just wanted to identify that PopCorners does aim to reach a generally health conscious group of people that are usually in the Gen X demographic and in the Southeast region of the United States. They use their Do One Better slogan to emphasize not only that it's a fresh start and a guilt-free snack, but to promote the idea of healthy living. This is also aided by the color theory that you can see in their website, in which shades of blues and greens are used to kind of make that association between health and family-owned farms and their ethical processing of manufacturing into the concepts of what PopCorners is. They value healthily satisfying consumer snacking needs, which if you ask me, it's a pretty great value to have, especially in the snack industry. So of course, all of these things culminating their slogan, their values, anything like that, of course, they position themselves in that same light. They're about natural comfort and an altruistic lifestyle. They're dedicated to creating a healthier lifestyle for people while still satisfying them in the way only a snack can. We also did do a little bit of brief input about our media planning and our estimated budget. We believe that the strongest media impact they can have for their demographic is going to be digital, social, and point of purchase advertising. So, of course, digital and social is here because one of our main aims is to improve that social media impact. We believe that visibility is the key when establishing new relationships. In order to gain trust and to make yourself fully transparent, you have to take full advantage of the platforms around you, and social media is just one really good way to do that. As far as point of purchase goes, we feel like it's important because it encourages impulse purchases. For example, if someone's at the store and they see this, wow, wonderful, beautiful display of PopCorners, I'm just looking for a snack and this is catching my eye, they're gonna buy it. So we think that it's better to utilize, of course, again, the platforms that are around you. We also want to take the route of influencer and celebrity marketing as one of our strategies, because we do want to reach an online audience through familiarity of a spokesperson. We'll touch on that later, keep that in mind. And as far as television advertisement, we want to use that as well, of course, because we feel like that's going to be our largest reach for our target market. Remember I said Gen X, obviously you guys, it's no secret that most people in the Gen X community aren't really on social media as much as they are involved with television. We also decided to use objective and task budgeting methods because this is the most common and most thorough method when creating a plan like this. We have aspects such as content marketing, in which our budget will be about 15 to 20% of that 10 million, social media budget, which is going to be about another 15%. And then we also have an added television advertising budget, which is probably going to take our largest percentage just because television is so expensive.
All right, so I'm Courtney and I'm in charge of the media plan. So to expand on our target market, it's Generation X. Our demographics in just the Southeast of America, approximately 27% of the population is Gen X. And now beyond the Southeast area, I couldn't find the exact statistics for just the Southeast, but for America as a whole, it's about 61% white, 18% Hispanic Latino, 12% African American, and 7% Asian. And as a whole, Generation X makes up about 35% of the current workforce, which means they also hold a large amount of buying power in just the economy as a whole. Most households of Generation X are also family households, so this puts them in a really large position to be buying snacks for their kids and just, you know, buying food for their family. So for geographics, like I said before, we're going to focus on the Southeast focal point, and several Gen Xers actually live in metro cities in Texas, Florida, and South Carolina. Some cities that were of note were like Dallas and Austin. And then we had Palm Bay and Pensacola, Florida, and then some other cities in South Carolina as well. And then for psychographics, Gen X tends to be highly independent, and they really enjoy nostalgic memorabilia. They strive to be respected and health conscious, and they also prefer to stay in their comfort zone. And so we think that, you know, PopCorners is going to appeal to a lot of these things, and our way of marketing towards the Generation X will easily play into their enjoyment of nostalgia and the, you know, things to reflect on. They also, you know, our marketing aspects will also kind of stay in their comfort zone because it'll be using figures that are familiar with them. So for our integrated communications, we wanted to do a celebrity marketing. And so our big name for this would be Melissa Joan Hart, aka Sabrina the Teenage Witch. We chose her because she's popular among Gen X. You know, several people in that generation watched Sabrina the Witch, including my parents who are a part of Gen X. And also going through her Instagram and different medias, she fell into Generation X very, you know, she held that psychographic idea of being health conscious and a family person. And we felt that she really fell in line with PopCorners as a whole. So she has about 1.6 million followers on Instagram and a 1.5% engagement rate. We did decide to use Instagram rather than Facebook because she has a higher engagement rate on Instagram than Facebook. Even though Facebook is the more popular platform for Gen X, she just has more reach on Instagram. So for our plan, we want to contract with Melissa for 2 years, and every month she will post at least 3 times about PopCorners and about the Do One Better campaign. And so with this, you know, as I said before, she's a nostalgic star with similar health perspectives. And I think that she could really strengthen the bond between like PopCorners as a brand and their customers. And I also think she would be a really good face for the brand as well. And so then on the right here, this is just an example of an Instagram story or a post that she could post. This would be posted in the early January, December timeframe because of the snowflakes and everything. And the new year, new you. So that's an example of that. For integrated communications, this is where we bring everything. So we want to do cross-channel advertising, a mix of linear TV and connected TV. So that would be like, you know, our regular cable TV and other subscription service TV like Roku, Hulu, ESPN, and channels like that. These are really popular with Gen X and also millennials. So it would be reaching a really large market. So we will be enlisting the help of the celebrities Guy Fieri and Whoopi Goldberg. They will be taking part in the commercials, the New Year, New You campaign. But what will be happening is, so a random guy will be like, oh, I wish I was a chef. I wish I could cook better. That's his New Year's resolution. And then he's like, oh, some PopCorners. I'll just have a snack, you know? And then he turns into Guy Fieri. And that is the aspect of the New Year, New You. You know, the Do One Better campaign also plays into this because he eats the popcorner. It's better for you. It's healthier. It's a nice snack. And then he turns into Guy Fieri, and he is a better chef now. So yeah, both commercials feature the idea that eating better leads to feeling better. And then halfway through the year, we're going to have a follow-up series of commercials that reference the do one better part rather than the new year, new you. There's going to be more emphasis on the do one better. And for these commercials, we would have like the guy who turned into Guy Fieri. He goes to the barbecue, and a lot of other people apparently had the I would like to be a chef. And then he shows up to the barbecue, and there's a whole bunch of Guy Fieris. So that's our premise for the commercials. This is how we wanted to tie in the humor aspect and the nostalgia and the familiarity. You know, these are all celebrities who are in Gen X or popular with Gen X and recognizable to Gen X. So having these kind of commercials with them in it will hopefully appeal to them and be memorable. So for our budget and timeline, December 31st of 2021 would be the debut of the New Year, New You advertisement with Guy Fieri. We searched a lot for rates on how to hire famous people for commercials, and it was a lot of different variations. The highest end of advertising with a celebrity was like $1 million. So for a really, you know, nice quality commercial, we want to delegate like $1 million for that, and then the other $1 million is to cover Guy Fieri. And we're really confident that these celebrity endorsements will create that memorable bond between PopCorners and Gen X. And so then we also want to launch the Melissa Joan Hart Instagram collaboration on December 31st. And overall, like that whole year will cost around $108,000. And that's averaging about like $2,000 per post, per month. So like $200 to $400 per post. And we found that out based on her interaction rate and whatnot. And then the hiring fee for her, we kind of guesstimated around like 70,000 to 100,000 because she's a well-known person. But compared to some of the other celebrities we were thinking about, it was like she had a lesser amount of followers, so it would be kind of less to ask her to collaborate with us. So then January 7th, we wanted to just stagger the dates a little bit. That would be our release of the Whoopi Goldberg commercial, which again costs around $2 million. And then February 1st, we're gonna end the airing because it's kind of, the new year is way over. And the estimated cost for the runtime for that month would be about $500,000. And this is including running time on Roku and Hulu and cable TV and live broadcast. So then June 1st, halfway through the year, we want to debut the Do One Better advertisement. And it's kind of, this is our, oh, everyone had the same New Year's resolution, and we revisit that halfway through the year with the Do One Better advertisements. And so I just added those together. That would be $4 million. It's $2 million each for Whoopi and Guy Fieri. And so then August 1st, we're going to end the Do One Better. This has a longer runtime because the commercials, we want to kind of have more impact with them. And so because of that, it'll be a little bit more expensive for the runtime costs. And then January 1st, 2023 is our second year of our social media campaign with Melissa Joan Hart, and that will tack on another $108,000, which leaves us just under budget. So we have a little wiggle room. That's always welcome. And I believe that's everything. And then, yes, we have our references.
So if there are any additional questions about any of the information we have or anything that you feel we may have left out, please feel free to shoot us an email. We have a lot of other creative ideas that we've implemented. We would love to elaborate on any of it if we can. So just shoot us an email and do one better, maybe buy some PopCorners.
I personally love the kettle corn flavor. It's delicious.
And the sea salt. The sea salt, I'm a big fan. Thank you for listening to us.
Yes, thank you so much for watching our presentation, and thank you for your time. And I think that'll be it for us.
That will be it.